zone, man. I listen to music.
What kind of music do you listen to?
They don't want you to listen
Metal.
to music. Weird Al.
Yeah? Listen to Weird Al. Alright, man. Hey. You do what you got. Yeah. You do what you got to do, man.
Mike! What's up? Are the guys still coming off?
Yeah, they're behind me. Oh, yeah. I hate planes. Alright, it's 2. Where's the bathroom?
Bathroom's over there. Let's go!
I'm already drunk.
Woo!
I'm still drunk.
Ricky, stop doing content.
What?
Well, let me say, come on. Better watch out, though. Hit my knees. Good? Good. Good.
Oh, this is so nice.
Oh, your bike on the way.
So A is to attempt to be the change you want to see, and D is to be different. But tell us what you mean. Like, are you one of them good guys, or you one of us fiends? Either way, you gotta eat. Elevate your mind, right? Cause F is for the fine life, and that's how you define life. But I say, G is get back to your home.
Graveyard where you get up there. He got up on the railing, and the dude was like below him in the pit. I don't remember how he got to it, but he was. I remember he was sitting up there, and then he looked down and he goes, he pauses, looks at him, all of us respecting him, and he goes, look at this fucking idiot. And then we all bust out laughing. We laughed for like 10, 15 seconds straight. This is my dinner. That's all I get.
So we left from LA on Sunday, and we took our flight over to Atlanta, about 4 hours. When we got to the airport, they had ELeague waiting for us, took us on a shuttle, brought us over to the hotel that we're staying in currently. Pretty much ELeague takes care of everything for us. So that's transportation everywhere, food, which is catered every day, which is wonderful.
It's a first. I'm surprised. Not here yet. Oh, see?
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I.
Try to catch it. Oh, yeah, let's go. I've lost all feeling in my feet.
Basically, it was a sort of media day, kind of. We took a lot of pictures since, you know, we were new players. It's not the same lineup, so they gotta like renew the pictures. So we took a lot of them, and it was pretty cool, actually. They made it do some funny stuff.
So when we were on media day, basically what we did was we just rolled in the studio with our jerseys, kind of got acclimated to the environment. Some of the guys had been here already, some of the guys hadn't. So we went in, we took a couple of pictures, doing like their headshots and action poses. We also did some preliminary filming for like the introduction that you guys see when it shows up on stream. And that was pretty much it. It only took about 2 hours to do everything, and then we just set up for practice.
Look at that. Look at it. I forgot a button.
Yeah, I was gonna say that though.
The whole time.
You did a show?
They aren't ready. You guys? They're gonna be blind after this.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm always disoriented after this.
Alright, you can scream, you can give me thumbs up, you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna do the scream. I'm gonna do the scream for old time's sake.
Alright. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck!
Next!
First time actually being in a real like photo studio, kind of, because we've been to events where we took picture, but it wasn't that big. So ELeague definitely stepped it up for that one. And it was pretty nice, actually. I think it was funny.
Great, thank you. Next.
You filming all this?
I'm trying to get that Coca-Cola sponsorship.
Oh yeah, here, I'll get it for you.
Oh, I'll be here all week tomorrow.
Alright.
First day, full day we were here. We had a lot of scrims. I don't remember who exactly we even scrimmed on that day. I think we scrimmed Dig. No, that was yesterday. It was a liquid, right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're on ramp to crossing. I'm flanking. One's car. Car done? Nice. Not lit.
So after media day, we all got into our practice rooms, and ELeague does provide us with top-notch equipment. You know, all the computers were iBuyPower, really quality monitors, and just everything was a good setup for the players to kind of acclimate to.
Oh my god, what are we watching?
Can I use your phone really quick, and then whenever Steam comes back up, I'll give your
That's
phone
how it is
back.
at all the majors.
Phones, guys, phones. What are we doing right now? Cutler.
Doing my settings for the qualifier. Qualify.
That's what I used to.
A lot of emphasis in that.
Yo, can I get your phone?
Oh yeah. Don't look at my nudes. Don't look at my nudes.
Actually, when I won main in Cal, I'd never used a mouse pad before. I was playing on a wooden desk.
So that's why you went with a hard mouse pad?
I was playing on a wooden. I went to that summer. We went to WSVG Summer 2006, and I showed up and we're at the LAN and we're on like, you know, those shitty tables that like you can't track on at all. And I didn't bring a mouse pad because I don't use one. And I'm like, dude, I can't play on this. And they're like, where's your mouse pad? I'm like, I don't use one. They were like, what? So they gave me a funk pad to use.
Funk?
Yeah, and then I left it there. Really high.
Look.
Holy shit.
Wait.
Alright, I think I'm good.
Is that
He's playing on like 600 DPI or something.
My old sense.
1600?
I'm on 3500.
All right, so going into a first matchup against Vega Squadron, the guys were feeling really confident. You know, we've done a lot of prep work. We had a lot of good quality scrims in practice before we went off. Good amount of quality as well. So I knew the guys were really feeling confident coming into that matchup. We had actually studied them. We had done a few demos. Even though they're a little bit older, we still felt like we had an idea of what they were going to do. So I know the guys expected to perform really well in that matchup.
There's a lot of good players in that team from what we've seen. They hit a lot of good shots. They seem kind of a little bit less structured than teams that we play here. So it definitely is a confident booster, but we don't really know what to kind of see.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Chopper. That man's a beast. But as far as the whole team is concerned, I don't really know. I don't know them too well. Obviously, they're not a team we've ever even played against like any of their players before, so I don't know what to expect.
I mean, most of them they have to be pretty skilled. I mean, they made it here. Their bans are our bans. They ban Kabul and Nuke, I think. So we're just gonna try to get them on Mirage or like a Dust 2 or something like that. One of our better maps, and should turn out pretty good. Or Overpass, even.
For the time being, doesn't get any kills though. So we'll see CLG making their way up in pretty clear fashion onto that window area. Nice pick off there from Sabrosa, making his way forward. A great position for his team to sort of pivot away from.
Not the worst thing in the world. Mir needs to make sure he doesn't overextend. They have advantages. Charging through his Cutler. He's got the bomb, but he can't get the kill onto Hutchie. Is Hutchie going to give it up? Cutler's got to be scary for the trade fragger as well. There we go. There's Hutchie down. 1 versus 1 now. Mir coming in for a crash pick. 25 HP left on Cutler, but he's good enough for the last kill. Quickly going to get that bomb plant money as well. That $300 bonus.
Kashanda makes his way in. Fast finish. Does he know where Kuster is? Kuster's on the angle. Kashanda picks up the kill.
Most teams, especially tier 1 teams, we've played multiple times, so we kind of know what they're going to play like. But for a team like this, we just don't know them. So it's very hard going in. So we just kind of have to rely on our homework and our own skills, basically. Just be confident in what we're doing and believe it works.
Will they check this? He's going to spot a helmet very soon. There it is, finds it. Does he realize there's another one in the apartments? Now he knows. Mir goes to the engagement. Instant headshot from Sabrosa, and that is the round done. I don't think there's even time to recover the bomb for Kashanda. Ready to split onto the A-bomb site. Bomb collected now by Vega Squadron as they move in for the play. But Hayes, he spots one. Mir going straight over the top. Nicely done from Hayes. A triple for him. Can it be more? Yes, it will. An easy quad kill. And that is a very smart way to win a round. Great pacing here for Vega Squadron. All they have to do is get the kills. Kusta cannot miss these shots. He can't be missing these shots. And Mir will take him down. Skills in that instance, and now it falls on Kusta. 1 versus 3, stuck in the window, no health. And CLG going down against Vega Squadron. That is a massive pickup for Vega Squadron.
I mean, I think we're all confident. Maybe a little bit too confident, I guess you can put it that way. And maybe just like the nerves got to us a little bit playing against them. It was just like we weren't really like rolling over them, so maybe like the nerves got. But I mean, usually when you play like a team that's not like, you feel like it's not the same skill level as you kind of like play down to their level. And then when you play against a team that's like supposedly better than you play to their level. So it's just a mental thing.
After we had lost to Vega Squadron, the guys were kind of a range of emotions from like frustration to just sadness, kind of embarrassment, and even somewhere like a determination, because they wanted to prove that they were better. They knew they were better than that. Even though the scoreline was 16-14, very close score, they felt like the match shouldn't have gotten to that point. We played very sloppy. There was a lot of communication issues. So the guys were definitely understanding that they could play better than that, and they wanted to go out and prove that they could be better. So Vega overall was, yes, a disappointment for the team, but it also kind of gave them the energy and fire they needed to really step their game up the next day.
You have to look at the CLG org and say, like, what is the philosophy behind how they've made this team? Because right now it feels like they knew they had this spot for the qualifier, and this is just a placeholder team, if you ask me.
So after we lost to Vega Squadron, we called a team meeting, Chet and myself, to go over like all the problems. Obviously, we had expectations going into that match that we didn't meet, so we felt it urgent to actually go over all the issues. So we pulled them together in the room about an hour later, let them kind of settle down a little bit, and you know, we just talked. There wasn't to blame anybody. It wasn't to like call people out for like, you know, it's your fault. And what we kind of got to was a dialogue on like what we actually needed to do to improve. How come we scrimmed in a certain way and then that did not translate to our gameplay? So the players were able to kind of realize what their issues were, take responsibility and ownership for their problems, and they felt better going into the next matchup, which was against Renegades.
Renegades, surely.
Yeah, I'm going to take Renegades. I think there's just too much talent, and we saw them have good things against NIP yesterday.
Maybe Sub-Rosa can throw up a few clips for us to watch later, but I think other than that, it's just going to be the guys from Renegades taking this win.
Just take a step back, be aware that it's going to happen, and react accordingly to it. Okay? We play our game. That's what we're here for. We're here to win. We win by playing our game, our rules. Okay?
A Glock at very long range. It's going to be very, very difficult for him to do anything with this, and the full defuse is just coming in. Full confidence for JKS in Ricker's ability to cover him and for him to just be safe.
Obviously having Kusta calling is a big transition. He just stepped into that role. So we had a lot of factors that we kind of had to take into account, and we hadn't really practiced it in a LAN environment before. We worked through those issues, kind of got the players' emotional feedback, and we took that and we channeled into what could we do the next day, because we knew we had Renegades, we knew that we had played them before, we knew that we could beat them, we knew their style. We didn't do too much review on them because we felt we had a good grasp of what they were going to do. We just kind of focused on our own gameplay and said, okay, this is what we need to accomplish in order to succeed the next day.
But that's unlikely. JKS doesn't see the AK, unfortunately, and that is the last round in favor of CLG.
So it is to be the 5-10.
Two of these players are heavily tagged though. Oh man, it's fast headshots at the third one. Goodbye. That is a solid recovery. I think Renegades would have been frustrated if they'd lost that pistol round, especially with the flank there. Headshots required, but none found. Speaking of done, CLG are done with timeouts now. They've called their last one and it has 6 seconds remaining. I don't see much talking going on from anybody, but maybe they just need a breather. That said, we can only see 4 of the 5 players, so perhaps player number 5 is talking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of person that kind of tilts and gives up sometimes, but my teammates didn't, and I just stayed calm, and it's something we've been working on at the house a lot, and it paid off.
All he has to do is kill Kusta now, and Kusta, he's running out of time. He does have a kit, though. JKS waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Here's Kusta onto the bomb. There's the peak. Kusta nails JKS. Does he have time?
Shed had been using his timeouts, so we were out of timeouts, and we had to make a comeback. And it came down to one round. It was Kusta on a B retake, managed to get the kills, so we picked up that round. And from there, the guys really showed their mental fortitude and how much they had worked and how they could really take control of each round and focus on each round as a process. And slowly the lead started to diminish. You know, up against match point, it was 6-15.
I think a lot of people kind of misunderstand like the roles within teams sometimes. We always like support our teammates and give them opportunities to get frags. And I mean, we picked up 2 unknown players, you know, really young and talented, and we just play around them and we get them opportunities to get kills, just like we did with Tarek and JDM. And it
comes in. Cutler doesn't stop. He has support in Hayes to cover his back. That is a B-bomb site that will well and truly be under lock and key, allowing CLG to find themselves into double digits now.
5 more rounds for CLG, and at this point, they have to be starting to believe that they can do this and take it to overtime.
JKS gets the first frag towards long. Oh no, Cutler! He comes in! He gets both on the short position. What a catastrophe there for Renegades. A round that they were well and truly set up to win.
They knew they had something to prove after losing to Vega Squadron. So they went into that game with a good mindset.
Ever since I've been on CLG in general, it's always been like we always played better when our backs are against the wall, like match point. And I mean, it's kind of like a confidence thing. Like you start getting momentum and it's like hard for other teams to stop, especially like with these timeouts, there's only like 30 seconds. So it's like really hard to stop momentum just off that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly. Everyone started communicating more and stuff like that because they knew like the game was on the line.
Ethan gets picked up, but Sabrosa's coming in from the back now. Headshot to JKS, leaving Yam alone, and he can't do it either. We are indeed going to overtime between these
Suddenly it's 10-15, then it's 12-15. All of a sudden the guys really realized they could do it, and all they had to do was keep holding out one more round at a time. And eventually we got down to a 2v2 situation on, I believe it was the 30th round. We ended up coming out ahead on that, and we brought it into overtime, and then from overtime we ended up just taking total control. So it really shows a testament to what the guys had learned in practice and really put forth their character and confidence in that situation.
And Ethan Sabrosa starts things off well. That's 2 for him. And big problems now for the Renegades side because they have yet to gain ground to plant the bomb. They're all falling. It's just one left now. That's Yam. He's over by middle. He's supposed to be the lurker, but now he's the only player left on the team in this round.
13 rounds in a row, and now you're up against 3 matches. Look at the joke for your face. Is that? What is this? This is weird. This is Bizarro World. It's a trap down.
Oh, the scope. I mean, rather the barrel of the gun surely was showing for Cutler. There is an opening.
1 kill for him, traded, and after 2 versus 2 retake, Ethan's in a very awkward position, but lovely headshot, and leaving Yam with 17 HP versus 2. How does he do this? He's got a smoke, he's got a kit, but he can't get the kill. CLG still does 2 away from Renegades.
If we hold till 40 seconds against Renegades, and we know this from scrimming, they push into us. We learned this.
The only thing I don't like is like more executing or setting up. I feel like they would push into us, and then someone would die with smoke in their hands.
So I'm saying, if you just hold and don't do anything, they push.
Also, on
We
your
know they do.
on your
Was it a good game? Was it close?
It was?
It
was tight.
All right, nice. So who was the star? Who was the hero?
Everybody.
Everybody.
So it was a team effort.
It's definitely a team
That's
effort.
the best. What was the final?
1916.
So one extra.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
So after we defeated Renegades in overtime, we still called a meeting because while that was, it's a good victory to have, it took us and made us a 1-1 instead of putting us in 0-2 with our backs against the wall. We were able to look at the games that we played and say, like, this still isn't how we want to play. What do we need to work on? What did we do well? Why were we able to win? Which was, playing confidently, taking each round as its own round. But also, like, let's look at the glaring issues that were prominent on our T side, which were still some communication and commitment-based ones that we had.
Dude, Pusa, your hair's like on point today.
Your hair's on point?
Your hair's on point today, bro.
You don't say anything about my hair, Ricky.
Cause you got no hair.
Wow, we're going there. Alright, whatever.
If Cutler drops 30 against Dig, I'll shave my head. There you go. Tell me why.
Don't feel.
I'll do it.
Shut my face, Ricky.
After our victory against Renegades, we came back, we had our team meeting, we did our VOD review, and one of the points I wanted to make sure that I hammered home with the guys is we should not get complacent in our victories, because from that point forward, our matches were only going to get harder, and later that night, that became true when we ended up drawing Dignitas. We understood that they're a good team, but we had practiced against them before, so we have experience with their play style. We had played them on Mirage before, and it was a close game in our practice, so we felt that we were confident on that map. But yeah, for the most part, we did the same routine. We focused on ourselves. We focused on what we needed to improve on, how we needed to play our game. Everybody do what you do. Be loose, be confident. Let's get that W and keep moving on one more game, all right?
Go.
Go, CLG. CLG.
Current meta, hazed Ethan.
I'm gonna go with Dignitas.
I'm not from America, so I'll just pick Dignitas to win.
All right, you're protected. Another one, and another one. This is falling apart very quickly for Dignitas.
Very good at playing these positions, but Cutler defends immaculately against.
Yeah, like when we scrimmed Dig like a decent amount recently, just because they were in the States for, I don't know if it was like ELeague in general. ELeague had like their season, not the major qualifier.
Oh, that is so far. Snappy stuff from Config.
They were definitely like more aggressive, I guess you can say, especially on Mirage, like in middle, like on their CT sides. And when we play them in the match, they gave us more control in mid.
After we had a pretty even half by the numbers, 8-7 in favor of Dignitas at that point. My initial thoughts on it were that we probably were seeing some of the same issues. We actually went back to Hayes to call for that map due to, we felt that he could bring a better T side to what we were calling. And we saw that there were the similar issues that kind of plagued us on our T side in Dust 2, where we had some commitment issues again and some miscommunications on certain plays.
Silly mistakes, I guess, and they controlled the money really well. Like we just went around and they would just break our money, and that's just hard to get momentum like off that. So.
Way forward here, couple kills, that's going to help, but the UMP comes in from Config, gets himself a triple kill. Himself to just keep it cool, use his teammates, use the nades, and get himself 2 frags. There's the third coming in as he drops off.
We have a pretty good idea of what the issues were, but our approach to fixing them wasn't as good as we had thought the night before. So going through that loss, it's important to realize that we do know what the problems are, we know what we kind of need to look for, and we know what doesn't work right now. So going into our following day when we play Cloud9, we hope to finally have those issues tidied up and ready to go so that we can move forward.
The anti-eco ace, 10 kills in 2 rounds, and he is flying up the scoreboard. There are 4 CTs around this site. The net is super tight indeed. It's like a last episode of The Wire. Shoots any season. Oh, nice by Ethan, but he's got 8 seconds. He still needs to get the bomb down. He has to deliver here. And surely he can't do it. No, Config's there to finish off the day for CLG. Dignitas 16-9.
Play C9 today. It's do or die pretty much. If we lose, we go home.
So what I've noticed from the team so far, and just in the past 2 months of working with them, is that they do have a lot of mental fortitude, and they're willing to put in the work that they need to improve those things. And they understand that these problems aren't ones that are going to fix overnight. You know, the roster itself is still fairly new. It was only really put together not even 6 months ago that they've been competing together. We've only had a couple of LAN events that we've gone to. And I only joined the team, like I said, 2 months ago. So there's been a lot of changes that have happened with the team, and they've been able to be resilient and try to show as much consistency as possible in that short time. But this is a process that needs to get worked on. And I'm happy to be working with guys that are willing to put in that time and effort that they know is necessary to get to the highest level and really reach their full potential as players.
So your prediction?
I'm going to take Cloud9 with this one.
Duncan?
Yeah, I will take Cloud9 to win.
I mean, I've always had problems facing C9, no matter what roster I had for CLG. So it's like the one team I definitely want to beat on LAN.
So, James, you're calling today, right?
That's what the decision was, yeah.
All right, you are calling today. Everybody, there's only one thing I want you to focus on. It's not the score. It's not the round. It is 100% commitment to whatever James says. That's it. That is our goal for the day. 100%. I don't give a shit what the score says at the end of the game. I want you guys to do everything that is called. Doesn't matter if you guys think it's the wrong decision. You go for it full force, and that's what we do. Backs are against the wall. The only way we get out of it is a team. We take control as a team, and we're going to win as a team. That starts with you guys committing to the play, being confident, doing what you need to do to fucking win! All right?
So Cutler, can he get that first very fast headshot? Yes! Skadoodle goes down. Now perhaps the plant will work out for Cutler, and this is a beautiful save. In of itself, the plant has gone down. That is going to assure money at the very least, even if Cutler cannot clutch this round. But chasing Shroud there, Shroud very intelligently just falling back, allowing his teammate to get into position to help him out here, making life hard for Cutler. He's got 2 bullets left, and nothing will take him down. Well,
some of the standouts, I think, you know, for our young players, they definitely showed a lot of resilience, you know, as people who are like 16, 19 years old, to be as dedicated as they are to the game, you know, waking up and playing it as much as they can because they know what they are capable of is really, really amazing to be a part of. And even the veterans, you know, still trying to teach those young players, acting as role models for them, trying to pass on that knowledge to make sure that, you know, the team really sticks together. We have a really good team environment.
One is getting planted. No, it isn't. Cutler taken down. All down to Sub Rosa now against 3. Playing on the corner of the smoke. Skadoodle disappears. There's still a minute. He's got time to find these players. There's no pressure to plant just yet.
Sub Rosa's been having a good day so far. It's getting even better. The 3rd kill comes out. And once again, plenty of time indeed for him to use, and he will get the bomb down straight away. Now, nothing is in a bit of a weird spot. Where is Sub Rosa? It's about the mind games. The smoke goes down. How does Sub Rosa want to play with that smoke? All these questions here. He's playing on the edge. Sub Rosa is very, very good at playing around smokes from what we've seen recently. Nothing there going for the tap of the bomb, but he does not have a kill. Sub Rosa with the quad kill, saving the round for CLG.
As long as we keep focusing on the issues, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen over 2 months. It might not happen over 3 to 4 months, but the important thing is that they're committed to the process and they will get to their peak.
Cutler's just looking for entry. Oh, nothing, just takes it straight in the jaw. Try the problems. Nice tap from him. Nice burst, but he needs a lot more than that. Cutler takes him down as well. Great stuff.
I think, you know, it's just constantly gambling with your players to see like, okay, this person's extremely skilled. We'll throw them together. We'll see if we can just pick up the most skilled people. And, you know, that can work. I'm not saying it won't. There's definitely teams that have found success with that type of approach. CLG, we want to focus more on development.
And there's no frags here. And it's Cloud9 playing from great positions here. Stewie gets himself 2, and nothing's in a great position to support him. And all of a sudden, pretty much everyone's dead. CLG get caught completely.
We're willing to take in younger talent who might need more time, might need that year mark to actually prove their worth. We're not in this for the immediate gratification. We want to see these players truly develop, and to reach long-term peak performance, you need to invest that time as an organization, as a coach, to build those players up, you know.
The smokes, they don't end.
I think it was Ethan who tweeted earlier and said it's literally do or die for CLG in this match. What that means, maybe time will tell, because it doesn't look likely for them to succeed in this position, and it is Ethan, the last man standing, with 1 consolation kill, but it's Cloud9.
Maybe they hit a slump, maybe nothing clicked yet, maybe nothing is working right, and even the coaching staff needs to find things that are working better for those players. You have to exhaust every possible resource to really make the team environment work, and at that point you can say, okay, we've tried everything, this isn't working, and then you can look for objectively better players and fit them into the environment, see how they work. But it is a longer process, and understandably fans get upset when you don't see immediate results, as any team would in traditional sports.
I mean, we don't have a set plan yet. but like every time I ever lose like a tournament, and like I've been to every major since I've been on CLG except for this one, so it like motivates me. It means I just have to work harder, like individually, everyone, including myself, and definitely get like some kind of structure inside the game, because I think a lot of the time the rounds is like people don't know exactly what they need to do. I mean, we're just gonna chill with our families for the next like the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, and then I think we have DreamHack Vegas qualifier coming up, so prepare for that. It's always been like a hard time just being a fan of, especially the CSGO team, where there's like a lot of heartbreaks, heartbreak losses, and like stuff like that. But I appreciate like them being patient with like their new roster, and I personally apologize for not making this major, but I know that we're gonna work hard and we're gonna make you guys proud again.